Hello. I'll start with that. Hello. I have been procrastinating a vlog because one, been busy, thanks. Been lazy, also thanks. Been working, very thanks. Finally, we're back in busy season, which is so lit. I love it. Getting tired of the restaurant industry. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. We're making moves. We have to be. I have to be. I've been putting this off for so long because, granted, I don't really know what I want. Zeppelin? 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 No. Why are we doing that? They know that they're about to get fed, so they're literally just being just so cute and sweet. Yes, Zeppelin. Bo doesn't do anything wrong, as always. I'm having my mocktail because the past 3 nights, also last week, I drank 3 glasses of rose and woke up feeling so, so terrible. Did I have great company around me? Oh, yeah. That's why we were drinking rose, because we were literally just giggling. Spring break. Yes, it was amazing. But I literally woke up, thought I was dying, and it kind of scarred me. So this past weekend, I was going to start this video off saying I don't really know what to talk about, but I just be talking a lot on TikTok about a lot of different things. So I'm going to try to kind of talk about them but have a little bit longer of a time. Granted, that's kind of what you do on a YouTube video, is you just talk longer, which is great for me because I have things to say. What was I talking about? Drinking. I have been wanting to cut back on drinking for, which I have. Let me just say that. When I was in Nashville, when I was younger, in my younger 20s, drinking was just fun. It was social, especially in Nashville. You know, we were going out, cocktails, another cocktail, random table at Whiskey Row, back to cocktails, then to Batter's Box. That's just what we were doing. And we had a good time doing it. After moving to Florida, I immediately just wasn't really Zeppelin. After moving to Florida, I'm serious. After moving to Florida, the first, honestly, since I guess really moving to Florida, I just haven't been the going downtown girl. I've had the girls' nights, I've gone out, I've drank, yeah. I've gone out, I've drank. Honestly, the last time I went downtown, it was a really good time, and I was trying to go into a bar, and not happy about this, but I hit my friend's vape, which I don't vape during the day. So whenever I take a hit of someone's vape, I'm literally I'm literally about to pass out. I'm not kidding. Literally, people can attest to that. Literally, they can attest. Anyway, I hit my friend's vape before walking into this bar, and I'm already like kind of not drunk, but I'm definitely tipsy. I'm not drunk, but I'm definitely tipsy. And I walk up to this bouncer and I show him my advance auto card, gift card. And I walk by him because I didn't realize that I pulled that out. And then he was like, "Oh no, I need your ID." And I was like, "Oh, haha. You're going to keep the card, by the way." I gave him that gift card. Anyway, it was a really good time. I love going out with people. It's always such a fun time. But the drinking, I always immediately regret it. I wouldn't say I have anxiety, but I do. But this is just when I drink even a little too much, which is like maybe 3 or 4 cocktails. I wake up, I'm lazy, I don't want to work out, I don't want to go to work, I feel cloudy, and I just am trying to get to the point of my relationship with drinking because everybody knows. Because everybody knows it's poison. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's good for you. A little bit's good for you. It's good for your body. No, it's not. Everybody will say, well, Jesus turned water into wine. I don't know. I probably would have asked him to do that too. Hey, dude, it's my wedding and we're out of wine. Please help us. Please. Like, I'd probably ask him that too. But it just goes to show, I don't know. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to get to a point where I don't have to have alcohol at every single social setting, which it's kind of become common to do that, unless you're grabbing coffee or going on a walk or doing a workout, which I always feel the best when I'm talking with someone, usually over coffee or on a walk. unless I'm a couple of tequila shots deep, then I'm just having the best time. So it's really hard to gather. It's really hard to gather. What am I just trying to say? What am I trying to say? It's hard to, it's been hard for me sometimes if I'm going to hang out with people at the beach, at happy hour, at basically anything kind of social. And I'm like, oh, I'll just have a glass of wine, or I'll have a glass or two at dinner, or we're going to the beach. Let me pick up a 6-pack. I love beer on the beach. I don't care. I love a margarita on the beach. I don't care. I love a Miami Vice on the beach. I don't care. I love it. Do I need it every time? No, because I know that I don't actually need it. What's one glass of wine gonna do in my whole night? In my whole night. I'm kind of getting to a point where if I'm not getting a little bit tipsy turnt, what's the point? If I want to get a little ooh 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 ooh, I'm gonna fully dive into that. But I'm trying to learn that I was hanging out with my family the past 3 nights, and we always have wine. Thank you. So great. And I just thought to myself, I really just don't need 1 or 2 glasses of wine tonight. I'm going to drive home from the beach. I got to wake up and go to work. I want to work out in the morning. I just don't really need these 1 or 2 glasses. What is 1 or 2 glasses going to do for me? Probably not a lot. So that's where I've been in the past 3 days, is basically kind of thinking about that and wanting to tell everybody my thoughts. I also have been really diving into my, what do I want to say? Because there's a lot of different words that are going through my head right now. I've been really getting into Jesus, which I said the other day to a couple people. It's interesting that I feel like that word now is pretty dividing. It's pretty, even when I say it to sometimes to people, I don't want to say it because I don't want people to think that I am. This is where it gets so tricky because the older I've gotten, the more I've just seen a lot of things in my life where, for me, diving into the Bible and Jesus has brought me a lot of comfort, and also a lot of also a lot of words going through my brain right now. It's brought me a lot of comfort and also brought me a lot of questions. If I sit down and really start to, okay, so if you're a believer or not, totally up to you. Free will is amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm very thankful that I believe that there was a God up there that gives people the right to choose, but also he already knows who is going to be saved. He knows everything. So he knows deep down, oh, this person isn't saved yet, but they will be. But it's up to you. That's a whole nother thing that I have questions about. I can't get into that. I'm thankful that we live in a world where you have free will on what you want to believe in. I have chosen Jesus Christ. And the amount of questions, and I don't want to say worry because I'm not worried. I don't want to say anxiety because I don't have anxiety. I have peace. But with that peace comes a lot of questions and a lot of things to overwhelm. Overwhelmed is the word I'm looking for. I've felt so at peace, but so overwhelmed by what I have been learning and what I have believed. And I don't really know if I want to get into the whole God Jesus thing for this episode, because it's really truly, I could probably talk about it for a long time. And I have the worry of oversharing. I don't want to scare people away. I want them to know that it's coming from a place of love and curiosity, but I still get scared talking about it, which is so interesting because I shouldn't be. Also been thinking about that a lot. So drinking, Jesus, and I think I'm going to say relationships. And I've been gaining traction off of TikTok for probably the past 2 years. Most of the videos that have gotten traction are the ones that I'm talking about breakups. because man, they do a number. They can do a number on you. And honestly, best thing to ever happen. There are so many tragedies in life. I am very blessed to say that I haven't lost someone super, super close to me. I've lost some grandparents, and that was really tough. But I haven't lost someone or something extremely close to me, which I'm very thankful for. I know that day is coming. I know that day is coming, and I don't want to talk about it. Tragedies are going to happen throughout your life, and a bad breakup is one of them, babe. A bad breakup is one of them. I probably had two tough breakups. One was low key abusive. So I think I just got to a point where I said, I'm like, my brain was finally understanding I can't put up with this and I can't heal this person. It took a long time though. And I definitely think I have a little bit of issues from that relationship, but we worked through them. When I was going through my breakup, I started posting on TikTok, not often because I kind of felt weird posting about my breakup, who it was pretty recent at the time. This is my most recent breakup. I would say pretty tough. I don't know if it was tough as the first one, but I was too young to understand the first one. So this one was my adult real breakup for me. I think a lot of people go through an adult breakup, maybe, I hope, and this one was it for me. Talking on TikTok and hearing a lot of the people's stories of their partners and their relationships, I'm not sure how I felt about it. I think I would read some of the comments and honestly think, wow, this is really, really tough. This is honestly, I couldn't imagine going through what they were going to. But I've also had a lot of people reach out, not a lot of people, but a few people reached out and they said, some of your videos really helped me. And that is super cool. That is really super cool. Sometimes I think when I talk, I just am talking, but I am talking to the people that watch and care because I care. And maybe I've always said that this is kind of like my therapy, which I totally respect because I've tried therapy. Granted, I literally went to therapy about 5 times and then I basically figured out that I just needed to break up with this man. Thank you. Talking about my breakup on TikTok has been really great because it got me to kind of where I am today. Talking on TikTok really kind of gained me some, hang on. Talking about my breakup on TikTok 2 years ago, which is crazy. Is it 2 years ago? Was that 2 years ago? Gosh, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. Wow. Time really does fly by, but it also doesn't. Anyway, my third point that I think I'm going to focus on today is my most recent breakup that really, I think, transformed me as a human being, which is sick. I went through a breakup. It was really tough. I really liked this person. And I knew deep down from the very beginning of the relationship that he was missing a few things that I was looking for. And I just kind of pushed it to the side because I thought, he's fun. We have great banter. It was super fun in the beginning. So we were having a good time. But I did kind of know deep down, I don't know about you guy. I don't know about this guy. But I tried. I sure did try. We date, I think, for about a year. And we end up breaking up. We weren't growing together. I knew he wasn't happy, which also clearly made me unhappy. Not me crying in the bed beside him when we were together silently. Bro, I fear I have done that before, but it was loud crying. I don't know. That was crazy. Anyway, we break up. I get hit hard with a heartbreak. I mean, I'm sad. I am super sad. I think it was because at the time I thought I was losing my boyfriend, but I think I just knew I was losing a person that I was really good friends with, which is a really amazing thing to meet someone and become really good friends with them. So I was just hurting. It was really tough. And tell me why. This is what kicked off my dating journey for about a year and a half. I'm super sad. This is when I knew that God was looking out for me. This is just kind of where I was like, this is legit. Thanks, bro. I remember crying. I was super sad. I think I was praying at this time. I definitely leaned on God that whole entire breakup fully. And I was so down bad. My friends were there for me, but for the first about week, it was so sad. I was so sad. Rachel was so sad. And then I go out for drinks with Madia about a week after the breakup, and I meet literally, probably at the time, I said, this is my type to a T. I had said it for years. Blonde, surfer, good style. That's about it. That was my that was my type, is my type, I would say. Little bit brunette now, I guess. I go out with Madia, we grab drinks. I see this guy across the bar and I'm like, no way he lives here. Like, this is just too good to be true. Like, what's going on? Anyway, we end up chatting that night. We end up spending the entire night together. But he was genuinely, I think God literally placed him in my life. We talked about God that night too, which was so sick to meet someone immediately and immediately talk about our faith, which I had just never really done before. So that is why I think God said, you know what, Rach, I know you're really sad about him right now. Here's a man that is so fun and believes in me. Have a good night with him. Know that you're going to be okay. And there are other fish in the sea that follow me. Banger. Banger. That was my kickstart of my dating journey. You can ask my friend Madia. She literally said, are we in a movie right now? This is amazing. Are you guys in a movie right now? I'm like, no, baby, we're at Whiskey Row. Like, we were out in Nashville. It was so fun. Anyway, enjoy that, girlies. Go out with your friends when they ask you to go get a drink and say hello to people. Throughout that breakup, I really kept myself busy. I was busy going to church on Sundays as much as I could. I usually worked a lot or had a Sunday fun day, but I kept myself busy. I booked trips. I had something going on all the time, and I was sad in between sometimes, but not for long. Not for long, dude. We were having fun, and that was huge. There were definitely random nights where I would get sad out of the blue, and I'd call my friends or I'd call my mom and we'd talk about it, and then I would go back to living my life, waking up, hitting the gym, going to work, seeing friends, booking flights. I will say it took me probably about a year, I think. A year and a half? It took me about a year and 4 months to finally realize that it just wasn't going to happen because I had stayed in contact with him. It was such a weird door. It was like a screen door. Like, it's closed, but it's not, but it was. But there was just that tiny little bit of hope. I was like, oh, maybe, like, I don't know, maybe. But I also was like, man, I don't need this guy. Well, that's fine. But I also was thinking, this is not the guy for me. I don't know why I'm even still letting the communication happen. I finally get to a point where I said, I just can't do this anymore. This is the worst. And I finally just got to a point where I had talked with my friends and they hit me with the, girl, you're not over it. You're literally not over it. And I said, yes, I am. Yes, I am. No, I was not. I continued to leave that door open. And one weekend, it just clicked for me that I needed to cut all ties and move on. I think that timeline happens at different times for everyone. Duh, obviously. You might not move on by the time you want to move on from, but you're on the way there. You're on the way there. You're either going to be together or you're not. Sometimes it's okay to just start thinking, if they really wanted to be with me, they would. I can close the store and focus on me for now. I can close the store and focus on me for now. Gotta let it go. Bye bye. Love you. Bye bye. Close the door, walk away. Bye. And that is when the good stuff rolls in, y'all. I think it's so comical that I finally shut the door on my previous relationship, and about a month later I meet him. And from the moment he picked me up in that truck, I liked him. I liked him. And now I'm dating the best guy that I know. And if you would have told me back when I was being busy and being sad here and there, I don't know if I would have believed you. I think I would have because I mean, come on. I knew I was always going to find someone to spend my life with because that's just who I am. I wanted, I've always known that. I've always wanted that. But I mean, I didn't realize, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much. Spills everything about my life ever. I just didn't know. People would say when you close the door, that's when the good things come. I didn't realize it was going to be this good. He is my Pookie Bear. He is my stinky butt. He is my best friend. He is the best guy I've ever met. And I like him a lot. I love this guy. I really do. I love him. I do. But I can't think about it too much or I freak out. Don't be afraid of a breakup ever. Because you're either going to be with them or you're not. Wait for the person that you like them on the first date. You like everything about them on the first date. Oh, that's so cute. I literally liked everything about him on the first date. We went and got ice cream and walked on the beach, sat on the beach, and I think we talked for 3 hours. We watched the sunset go down, and the sunset's over here. He's here. I'm here. And I'm just looking at him the whole time because sunset, him. Wait for a person when you leave that first date, you like them. You want to hear from them again. Not, oh yeah, it was good. We might talk. No. If you don't like him in the first encounter, probably don't like him. Probably don't like them. I wonder how long I've been talking for. Drinking Jesus relationships. Here's my advice. Minimize drinking. Sorry. As I say this, I just also want to point out, Abby, I know if you're watching this, I'm going to be drinking margaritas with you in Mexico, for the record. I'm just saying overall, minimize drinking. Find Jesus. Find him. Enjoy relationships. That doesn't mean every relationship is going to last, but enjoy it for what it is and be smart with yourself. Do I like this person? Yeah. Do they check every box? No. Check all the boxes, babes. That's all I got. I'm gonna go cook some dinner. Bye.